Okay, in this video we are going to talk all things training. Now, we are going to cover a general overview of what we are going to cover in the next 4 weeks. But what I will be doing later on in the program is I'll be releasing lessons on more in depth in training and teaching you more. But we'll keep it pretty straightforward in this one. So we're just going to start off by kind of going through kind of what my methodologies are and how we get it to work for everyone. Because as we said, it's the same with nutrition. Everyone is different. Not everyone has the same skills, experiences. So if you are someone who's fairly new to the gym, please don't worry. Everything is adaptable up or down. And we can make things easier or harder as we need to. Now, the first thing, before we get into any specifics about what we're going to do in the gym, all movement is good movement, as long as it's not injuring us. And what I mean by that is we could all use with moving a little bit more. So the first thing that we are going to introduce to you guys is making sure that you're getting 10,000 steps or more every single day. So I'm encouraging you just to get out and walk more. Now, this has two benefits. First of all, it's probably, like we talked about in the weekly game plan, something that you're going to need to do a little bit more of by creating space. So this is the perfect time to get your steps in. And the second thing is, it's going to help with any form of, the more we're moving, the more we're potentially losing weight, if that's your goal. If that's not your goal, if it's something else, it's still good for your heart. We need to have a good aerobic system anyway. So that's the kind of starting point, 10,000 steps every single day. And throughout the program, I'm going to be setting a few challenges, making sure that you guys are doing it, getting you guys to screenshot some of the most steps in the month, and we might hand out some prizes and things like that as well. Now, moving on to the actual training that we're going to be doing in the gym or at home. I work on kind of the simplest method as it is, and it's basic strength program. Now we can all use being a bit stronger, and please don't confuse that with me trying to talk about some beefy meathead in the gym who's going to be trying to lift ridiculous weights. That's not what I mean. I just mean any kind of basic strength improvements. And on top of that, things like mind-muscle connection, so making sure that we're using the right muscles at the right time, the ones we're supposed to be when we're doing certain exercises. The other thing is we're going to be improving your flexibility, your mobility, and your work capacity. So your body's ability to do a certain movements for a period of time. I won't make it any more complicated than that. And what I'll just talk about now is the actual workouts themselves. So by now you should have all received an email to Trainer Size, where I have all your workouts logged on there already. This is where you're going to be recording all your workouts. Now, please, if you do them, fill out the information. There's two reasons for that. I can see what you're doing. You can also message me on there if there's any problems with anything. There's access to tutorial videos on there with every single exercise you want. And if for whatever reason the exercises are an issue for an injury or you don't feel you're doing it right, then record it and upload it either on Trainer Size or through the Facebook group. That way then I can look at it, we can maybe get the other ladies to look at it and see, because if you're having a problem with something, maybe someone else is. The workouts themselves, so week 1 is body weight only. So you don't need to have to go to the gym. You can do it at home. If you want to go to the gym, that's totally fine. It's just because of this time of the year, it makes more sense that we have something that's it's fairly straightforward to do. Weeks 2, 3, and 4 there's 3 workouts in that. 2 of the workouts are full body workouts, and one of the workouts is a higher intensity, so something to get you a bit sweaty. The higher intensity ones are always shorter, because we don't want to be working at sort of 80-90% of our heart rate for long periods of time. And the full body ones are a mixture of kind of strength and kind of lighter weights and kind of higher reps. Record everything. Try everything as much as you can. If there's things you're really struggling with, what you'll find is when I release the lessons on training as we go through the program, you'll see I'll talk about a lot of different issues and we'll go into details. In terms of worrying about, bulking up, size, I know that's an issue with a lot of ladies. I go into a lot of details in the hot seats and the daily revelations. But if there's something specific that you are really worried about, please don't hesitate to reach out. The last thing I want to talk about is over the 4 weeks, I have put 2 slots in there for basically doing something you wouldn't normally do. So what I mean by that is we often get caught in our own routines. It's not a bad thing, but what I find is really helpful is at least once or twice a month, which is the best. We go out and try something a little bit different. So by that I mean I don't even mean trying a new class. I just mean maybe going for a walk on a Sunday when you wouldn't have, going out on your bike, going to a yoga class that your friend enjoys, going to another class, any form of training, rock climbing, anything like that, anything that's going to, stimulate you in some way, but it's not the same as your normal routine. And the reason we're doing that is just to try and get you out of your comfort zone, just to get you to try some different things. Because the more we try different things, the more we discover about ourselves. And that's the basics of the training. That's quite a lot that we've covered there. And as I say, I am going to go into a lot more detail about specific movements, why we do specific things, types of training, all these kind of things will be covered in future videos, so do not worry about that. But I'll leave you to crack on. Make sure you've got access to trainer size, make sure you understand how to use that. Any issues, please let me know. Thanks very much.